Welcome back to the Cricket Unfiltered podcast. It's Can't Let It Go time. And firstly, I'll go first. I'd like to apologise to both of you. I cursed the Pakistan Super League. I gave you the login, and then
I didn't get the login.
A couple of days later, several players contracted COVID, and they had to postpone the Pakistan Super League. Apparently, it was kind of a soft bubble, which doesn't really work. Like, players were leaving the bubble and then they were allowed to come back.
That doesn't work.
And
That's
hang out in the bubble.
trouble.
So no wonder 5 players got COVID. So that's my can't let it go. And my other can't let it go is the Australian women's team is back in action in New Zealand in 2 weeks. They'll be playing in ODIs and T20s, and it'd be great to see them. They haven't played since before the Women's Big Bash League, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, and obviously because that India and Australia series got cancelled, it's a while since we've actually seen them in action, so it'd be good.
Paul, what's your can't let it go?
All right, go with me on this one because it sounds like it's irrelevant, but
here
it's
we
not.
go. Here we go. Strap in, boys.
During the week and during the last few weeks, I've been chatting with my wife's cousin Douglas, who's originally from Scotland, about his excitement at the fact that Rangers are going to win the Scottish Football League, which they duly did the other night. And this was quite significant because 8 years ago, Rangers were in the 4th division. They got kicked down for financial impropriety. They've risen their way back up. And their great rival Celtic had won 9 in a row. And in the past, Celtic had won it 9 in a row before and Rangers spoiled it. Rangers had run it 9 in a row and Celtic spoiled it. Well, this time Rangers have spoiled it and won and prevented Celtic from getting the magic 10. So he is very excited. I don't really support anyone, but I was happy for his to enjoy his excitement. But it got me thinking, that was Rangers' 55th title. And I thought, what is the greatest domestic number of titles won by any sporting team in the world? And I thought of our own New South Wales Sheffield Shield side with their 47 titles. And I thought, can anyone, I'd love the listeners, if you can beat Rangers at 55, please let me know because I've become interested in this. So the table that I've got is number 1, Rangers on 55. Number 2, Linfield, Northern Ireland Soccer 54. 3, Celtic, Rangers, great rival on 51. 4, Peñarol /CURCC. That was the Central Uruguay Railway Cricket Club, who then merged into Peñarol. There's a bit of controversy as to whether they can include all their titles, but they're a Uruguayan soccer team on 50. Their great rivals Nacional on 47 and the New South Wales Sheffield Shield team on 47. As the years go by, I would like to see if New South Wales can eventually catch and beat Glasgow Rangers. But in the meantime, any listeners, send me a message at PaulDennett_ on Twitter if you know any team anywhere in the world who has done better than Rangers.
This is a Wikipedia page in the making.
It would be good. I've got a fair bit of that research on Wikipedia, but there's not a definitive source yet.
There's a good chance New South Wales could have 5th on their own because they're at the top of the Shield table now after their victory today, and could play Queensland in the final. That's the firm favourite. And then you never know, they could have 5th spot sewn up.
So all you Nacional Uruguayan fans who are listening to this, watch out.
What's the SANFL? Is that...
Oh, yeah, that's the aptly named South Australian National Football League. So it's Aussie rules in Adelaide.
Okay.
And Port Adelaide have won. I just put that in there because I thought maybe they're the best of the Australian football codes.
Like South Australian NFL? I didn't even know they played
Yes,
NFL.
The South Australian National, even though every team is in Adelaide. Football, even though it's not football, and league, even though they have a final series. So it's kind of misnamed. But I'm a Norwood fan in that competition, if anyone wants to know.
West Norwood, yep.
No, Norwood.
Oh, sorry, I'm West Norwood.
No, that doesn't exist.
Okay, maybe there's a
You're
suburb in London. There's a suburb in London called West Norwood, I think.
Woodville, West Torrens, I think.
Now, Jaleesa, I'm pretty sure you don't have a can't let it go this week.
I'm very busy.
Well, I think you should be let off because it's International Women's Week. You should just sit
this
back,
is my
relax.
week.
Yeah,
This is
get that naked sculpture ready and
get my nude sculpture ready. We'll send the measurements.
All of a sudden,
we'll tweak them a bit. So
yeah,
we don't
just
have to,
tighten up here and there. Are you joking?
God.
We video these podcasts. That's all I was referring to. All right, well, that's
what you're referring to.
Well, we can't have a naked statue of you behind us if we're videoing, can we?
What happened to this podcast?
I don't know. All right, I'm going to go and sort out this quote for this statue. Jaleesa, congratulations on the new job.
Thank you. Guess what? They said that I can keep doing the show.
Fantastic. They did? Did you even ask them?
Of course I asked. It had in my contract that I couldn't do other things. And I was like, can I do this? And they were
Oh,
like,
thank
That's good.
goodness. That's dedication.
I
Maybe
rang
you
them
can
and I
just-
thought, this is a weird question, but I've got this podcast. And they were like, not only do we not care, but we like that you're doing
Well,
it.
that's good.
So,
Great.
Yeah.
And perhaps you could just sort of get cozy up to the director and say, can we get more Shield highlights in the bulletin?
oh, yeah, that's the first
I think you
thing
should
I'm
do that
gonna
the first day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Great.
negotiating that at the moment.
Paul, have a great week.
See you guys.
And we'll be back next week with another show.